We are playing the biggest game we have ever played in Disney World.
We turn Magic Kingdom into a giant Monopoly board.
That's right, we're playing Monopoly in the Magic Kingdom.
We're the players and the park is the game, complete with high demand properties and jail.
You're arrested.
I'm arrested? But the game has no started. You're not.
Cuff them.
The winner of today's game gets to plan their perfect day and take all ears along for the ride. Let the game begin.
Let's go.
Oh wait, I want to go this way. Okay. So, since we are playing Monopoly at Magic Kingdom, we're playing a little differently. We've got cards in our hand of where we can go instead of rolling dice, and we're not taking turns. You just have to finish a card before you take a next one. So, pretty simple. Otherwise, it's Monopoly. I am going to head to our most expensive land. You guys have heard of the coveted boardwalk. You've heard of the coveted park place. And I'm going to go grab the equivalent of those, or one of those, in Fantasyland, which is the most expensive land on the board, because in my hand I do have the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which is going to be a great one for me to play at the start of the game. It's like getting Park Place first thing. So for my first card, I'm going to go with the Haunted Mansion. Since we all are kind of heading different directions, I will get to buy the mansion, and it's one of the most expensive cards in my deck right now, and I have some decent cash. We all are starting with $750. I'm not in jail. I'm excited to see how this goes. I think Haunted Mansion will be a good property, a good purchase, if you will. So here we go.
Right now, what I've got going on is I'm heading to the Tiki Room, and in my cards, I have Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, and I have to review and explain a show that no one else has. So the big thing is right now, we're gonna go to Tiki Room. Hopefully we're gonna knock it out really quick, and we get lucky and get to walk right in, sit down, do the show, and go straight to Pirates, and try to knock out 2 Adventurelands, and try to get the last attractions in there so we can knock out and own Adventureland.
I'm headed to the Emporium because life has dealt me not a good set of cards. I can't own any property at the moment, so we're just going to focus on making some money. We're focusing on that grind, and we're headed to the Emporium. So the Emporium is located right at the front of Main Street. You're gonna find a lot of Disney merchandise in here. It's huge. Lounge flies, mini ears, spirit jerseys, whatever you want, it's likely in here. So I have 3 cards that say find a piece of merchandise in the Emporium that no one's talked about yet. So I think that my strategy is to get all of the popular merch, so that way whenever they come to the Emporium, they have nothing to talk about, even though there's a lot of stuff here. We're gonna start with some classic mini ears. These are Disney 100 ears, and they're $44.99. Our next merch item we're gonna talk about here is a spirit jersey. Now, spirit jerseys are kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs to wear in Florida because it's literally 1,000,000 degrees, I believe was the forecast, but they're super cozy. They're usually around like $75, so a bit pricey, but I mean, I won't lie, I have a couple, and this one's really cute.
Okay, here we are. This is Haunted Mansion. If you've never been on it, this is a dark, slow-moving ride that takes you through a haunted mansion, but it's not really scary. It's mostly fun. This is one of the more popular rides in the park, especially because the movie just came out. But let's see how long the wait time's looking like. You gotta, you know, spend money to make money. Gotta be smart with your time. It's saying 20 minutes. Let's hope that's true. Here we go.
All right, we got lucky, guys. We're walking right in. Holy cow. I didn't realize it. I was kind of waiting for the show and realized that's the music. And we're going right in, so this is pretty awesome. I got to zip in right through here and check out this show. I'm super excited about the tiki mug I just got from Disneyland also. That is literally the totems from here, which is so cool and so awesome. So if you have any friends in Disneyland, you should check that out because that's a super awesome mug.
So lounge flies are a really popular Disney Parks bag. They typically do a bunch of different designs. This one's for Disney 100. It's like a dripping ear mini bag. Really fun. It is a little tiny, but I mean, I'm wearing a fanny pack, so just the essentials. I'll do some more cards, and let me tell you, things are not looking great for me right now. I'd like to win, like to be a property owner. It might be my only opportunity in this economy today. So, but it's not looking like that's gonna happen yet. It's a little too early in the game to panic, but I think I'm going to go ahead and start doing that.
So they did just announce that Winnie the Pooh is currently closed. A lot of people left the line, but they don't know when it's going to be back up. I am gonna hang out, I think, because this is such a high value property. And there's people still on the ride, so until I see them evac the ride, I'm gonna hang out.
Okay, we're gonna make some more money. My next card is to stop in front of the barber shop and give a tip about Disney World with a kid. And it does not mean to find a random kid and give a tip with them. That was my first thought. So a really fun tip about the barber shop actually is that you can get your child's first haircut in Disney World. You get a special little certificate. It's really cute. So that's a fun thing. I personally don't have a kid, so I can't do that. But if I did, maybe I would. I don't want to make any accusations that I'm somehow being sabotaged here. However, I would like to call into question my continual drawing of tasks and no property. But you know, I've decided that, like, what if you end up a big loser and an embarrassment to your organization, right? It's totally fine. And all that matters is that you have a nice day in Magic Kingdom, right?
Okay, made it in 13 minutes. Feeling good. Feeling good.
Delight.
I really enjoy the Coronado Springs Resort, especially if you stay in Grandestino Tower. I've stayed there before. If you stay in one of the casitas or anywhere in the back, it's a bit of a walk, but the tower is pretty great because it's kind of like, it's a moderate resort, but I think it kind of has a deluxe feel. You get a lot of great perks. You, of course, get early entry like all Disney guests at resorts. It has really awesome food options. You have the Three Bridges Bar and Grill. I really enjoy that resort. I think that you should definitely look into it because, again, if you can get something that feels a bit more deluxe at a more moderate price, I think that that's definitely better because you don't spend a lot of time at your resort whenever you're in Disney World unless you plan a resort day. So I kind of see it as a place to sleep. And Coronado Springs, the rooms are really nice.
Just finished up the Tiki Room. I love that show. That song's gonna be stuck in my head all day, and I can't think of a better song to be stuck in my head other than Tiki 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 Room. But now let's go ahead and head straight to Pirates of the Caribbean, knock out 2 Adventurelands in a row, which is perfect for what we're trying to do here, and get this monopoly and try to own this land before Quincy, Emma, or Cassie can get up on my area, because this is my territory. I'm gonna knock this out right now, and we're gonna head right there. Oh man, look, there it is. Such a quick, easy jaunt right over to Pirates of the Caribbean. Another one of my favorite rides. Besides Haunted Mansion, I think this might be one of my favorite things to do, stay in Adventureland area, because I love the tiki stuff, I love the rides, love me a little Jack Sparrow. So let's go ahead and knock this out real quick and we'll keep on moving.
Guess what? I finally got a property card. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is mine for the taking after I wait 500 minutes for it.
Okay, does not look like Winnie the Pooh is opening soon. I stuck it out long enough that they are emptying the queue, and they gave those of us remaining in the queue individual whitening lanes. So we can use those on most attractions, just not some exclusions like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Tron. But I don't know what that means. So I don't think I get Winnie the Pooh there, but I used the card already. So I have to confer with the refs. Right, it's been agreed upon by the refs and the other players that I just have to wait the posted wait time and the duration of the ride. It's a 25-minute posted wait time, a little under a 5-minute ride. So once 30 minutes have passed from the moment I got in line, I can move on and I will get Winnie the Pooh without riding it. If it opens while I'm in line, I get to ride it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and review a show that no one else has. Good luck, everybody, because I've already talked about everything that's ever happened at Disney World. So whenever you get your cards to do these tasks, you're gonna have nothing. So that's my strategy. I didn't decide that making bank was my strategy, but the cards decided for me. So anyways, over at Cinderella Castle, they have Mickey's Friendship Fair. They have 3 showtimes, I believe. You can check your Disney app. Imagine fireworks, dancing, singing, Elsa, Anna, Olaf, Mickey, Minnie, ruffians, thugs. There you go. The greatest show of all time. It's actually a really cute show to watch with your family and little kids because you get to see a lot of characters, so definitely watch it. I didn't bother to check the wait time. We're just gonna find out what it is together. Am I losing my mind? Is this literally 15 minutes? There's no way that it's 15 minutes right now. Forget what I said, I'm gonna win Monopoly.
Fantasyland is struggling. They're entering the 7 Doors mine train queue right behind me. So, what's going on here? I'm looking at my hand and I'm wondering if I don't do Space Mountain because I just feel like they're gonna rack up properties while I'm in a 45-minute line when I could just go take the raft right over to Tom Sawyer and have it. Oh, but Cassie already has, nobody has anything in Tomorrowland, so that's my best shot for a Monopoly because Cassie is getting Big Thunder Mountain Railroad right now. I've got 2 more minutes in line and then it's a 3.5-minute attraction. So we're almost there, 5 more minutes of sitting here.
Just hopped off of Mansion. It did not take that long. It looks like while I was there though, Cassie was able to buy Big Thunder Mountain and Quincy got Winnie the Pooh and Dustin got Pirates and Tiki Room, which doesn't really bode well for us. So I actually have Magic Carpets and Aladdin in my deck right now, which means that Dustin could not get the Adventureland Monopoly on that land. So I'm gonna go try to block that. That way the rent will go up a little bit, but he won't have the full monopoly on it, so it won't be quite so bad. So we're gonna head over that way and purchase Magic Carpets of Aladdin.
That ride is scary if you're short.
Okay, new plan. I'm not doing Space or Tom Sawyer Island. Oh, Winnie the Pooh just came back up. I literally just finished waiting there. I hope you guys had fun on the ride. I'm actually gonna do the Walt Disney World Railroad. I have 2 legs of the Walt Disney World Railroad. I have the Fantasyland leg, the Lily Bell, and the Main Street leg, the Walter E. Disney. So I'm gonna go hop on the train and ride it for 2 stops to get both of those legs of the railroad. Railroads aren't the best strategy because they don't increase in rent. You can't add like houses or hotels on them, but at least I can get them out of my hand relatively quickly because I'm looking for Peter Pan's flight, because that's how I'm going to bankrupt everybody, is with Boardwalk. The Walt Disney World Railroad has stops all around the Magic Kingdom. There's a stop in Storybook Circus, a stop in Main Street USA, and a stop over in Frontierland. So it's actually a really great and charming way to get around, which I love. There is no stop in Tomorrowland, but one of our railroads on the Monopoly board is represented by Tomorrowland because there used to be a stop over there and there's a stop over there with the Disneyland Railroad. So that is a space on our board, but I am booking it towards Fantasyland Station back here by Barnstormer. Trains come about every 7 minutes, so hopefully I can get on and off this relatively quickly and free up 2 spaces in my hand, so hopefully I pull Peter Pan's flight.
All right, since we are here in Adventureland, I'm gonna go ahead and I drew a card that gives you 2 truths and a lie. Since Adventureland is my land, we're gonna stay here. We're gonna do it here because I'm gonna own this before it's all said and done. So here you go, 2 truths and a lie. Adventureland has not had a new attraction in 28 years. Number 2, Dole Whip. This was the very first location that you could actually get Dole Whip here in the parks, and it was sponsored by Dole itself. And number 3, is it a truth or a lie, or which one is what? I don't know, but let's say that Adventureland had 4 original rides here on opening day. 4. Let's see. Can you choose which one is a lie?
All right, there's no one in line, which either means the train is very not crowded today. It is the day after a hurricane passed over Orlando, so some folks had made changes to their trip, and it's honestly a really light day here at Magic Kingdom, so that could be it. Or one just left. One of the 2.
We're gonna grab Magic Carpets of Aladdin while we're over here. And then maybe we'll make some cash as well, because I have a card in my hand that I can climb up and down Swiss Family, and it won't hurt to make some moolah. Oh, that's Jack Sparrow.
Hey, Jack.
All right, it's 10 minutes for Magic Carpets of Aladdin. This is kind of like the Dumbo ride here in Adventureland. You sit on the carpet from Aladdin, you fly high in sky. It says 10 minutes, but I barely see anyone in line. So feel good about this development. Literally walked straight up, only have to wait for 1, and then we're hopping on. So good use of time.
So I just saw that Emma owns the Magic Carpets. So I think I'm gonna do something really risky. I am gonna go to Fantasyland and I'm going to ride Peter Pan's Flight because I gotta own more. Making money moves is over. It's about spending money now. Here's my master scheme. I'm going to get Peter Pan's Flight, and then I'm going to get something so good, so juicy, that Quincy cannot help but beg to trade her The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh with me. That way I can have a monopoly over Fantasyland. So hopefully that works. Super, super lucky with my Big Thunder Mountain Railroad wait. The reason that Peter Pan's Flight feels like a big risk for me is that this ride typically has a long line. A lot of families with younger children will rope drop this attraction, and it can have super long waits, sometimes one of the longest waits in Magic Kingdom. Right now it looks like it's about 16 minutes. I checked my Disney app, but I'm just worried that in that time everyone will have like owned all of Magic Kingdom, and then I'll have like no monopoly but just be the property owner of 2 attractions. I'm doing my best.
All right, guys, so we just finished up 2 Truths and a Lie. Went to go see where I wanted to go next. Drew another card for a ride I'd already been on, and now, since I picked that, I am now in jail. So I'm now waiting my punishment to see what I have to do to get out of jail.
Made it on the Lily Bell, my first railroad. Good news, I pulled a get out of jail free card. So if I get sent to jail, I don't have to go. Which is good because I hear jail's pretty brutal.
Jail is terrible. Let's just put it that way for you guys. I have to go, thank God I'm a little bit close here, but we have to go to the stocks here in Liberty Square, start there, and then I'm gonna go to a land, every land around the park, and give you guys a character you can meet in that land. So this is a little informative for you guys that may or may not know, which you probably already do, but now we gotta have a little fun with it, and it's good old Florida and Orlando in the summer, and guess what? That just means sweat city. So I think the real punishment here of jail is not the stocks. It's not any of that. It's just now I have to go sweat everywhere, which is terrible. But let's do it. It's for the love of the game. Here it is, folks. Jail.
All right, we're at Main Street Station. I'm staying on the train because I'm going to get another leg of the railroad, the Walter E. Disney leg. If you haven't gathered, the railroad, the actual trains are named after different important people in Disney history, like Walt Disney himself, as well as the Lily Bell, which is named after Walt's wife.
All right, we're zipping through here, kids. Here we go. We are in Liberty Square, and this is where you can meet some characters. If you really want to go to the Hall of Presidents, I mean, there's definitely some characters in there. But, you know, my favorite, even though it may not be an official meet and greet, is going to see my fair lady over here, Constance, over in the Haunted Mansion. Man, if Emma hadn't taken that, I'd be drawing that card and heading there right now. But we're going to keep on rocking and rolling into Fantasyland. Fantasyland, there is a bunch of characters that you can meet and greet here. But the biggest thing is the princesses, right? You know, getting ready for one of those new attractions coming out soon. You can meet Tiana here in in Fantasyland at the Princess Meet and Greet. Man, look at this. Let's see, what's the wait right time right now? Man, I hope I don't draw Peter Pan. That would be an hour.
Peter Pan's Flight is a beautiful, whimsical, nostalgic attraction that takes you to the story of Peter Pan. I really love this attraction. It's a dark ride, but it is a 60-minute wait. So is it worth the wait? You tell me.
So I don't know where everybody's at. I have some properties I want to go buy, but I need the cash. So we're gonna go on a full lap up and down Swiss Family Treehouse, which is actually incredibly hard. And will take a little bit, but we need the money. So here we go. If you've never done this, this is a walk-through attraction where you get to walk through the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. It's very cool if you're into like practical props. And also I love this movie, so.
Lots of exciting construction happening on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is coming in 2024. But we are at Frontierland Station, which that means we've got 2 railroads. Let's see what's happened while I was on the train. Horrible news. Cassie is getting Peter Pan's Flight. She's in the line already, which means if I get in line behind her, I'm not going to get it. So, no Monopoly for me. I am not in a good side of the park. Most of the cards in my hand are owned already, and I only have $50. So I need to make some money, which means I need to do a task. But if rent isn't too expensive at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, I might swing by and pay rent there before it does get expensive later when someone gets a Monopoly.
We are now leaving Fantasyland and heading into Tomorrowland, where you can meet my boy Buzz.
Cassie's the landowner here at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Wildest ride in the wilderness with only a 15-minute wait today. Man, crowds are low because it's midday. Now, if we can't purchase, we don't actually have to ride the whole thing. So I just have to stop here outside Big Thunder and say, here's $35, Cassie.
Guess what? While I'm waiting in this queue, Quincy just had to go to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, so she just paid me 35 bucks. So I'm waiting and I'm making money.
Best view in Magic Kingdom. Love it up here.
And as we walk back down to Main Street, we'll go ahead and get up to Casey's. So we were on Main Street, USA in the area where you can go down and meet the main man himself. You know, the mouse that started it all, our friend Mickey. We are now in Adventureland, and the characters that you can meet and create in Adventureland is gonna be from one of my favorite animated movies of the 90s, which is Aladdin. And you can meet Aladdin and Jasmine here in Adventureland.
So finally finished Swiss Family. Slowest I've probably ever gone through it, but also my legs aren't tired, so I'll take that as a win. Now I'm gonna head over to the People Mover. It is like $60, and I earned my cash for that here. So we're gonna head over that way. Nobody's touched Tomorrowland yet, so I really love to get a Monopoly on that. Not sure if that's an option, but I'm gonna attempt to do so. Here we go.
We are now in Frontierland, and this is where you can meet the Country Bears and maybe do a little bit of sing-along of Blood on the Saddle. You know, one of our favorites here at All Ears and DFB. But you know what it is? It's back to the stocks, guys. We need to unlock ourselves from the stocks, and then we're gonna make our way to our next stop.
Unfortunately, I have $15, so I've got to make some money. I do have a task card in my hand, so I'm gonna go take a trip up and down the Swiss Family Treehouse to make a little cash, so I can hopefully buy another one of these properties.
Okay, made it over to Tomorrowland. I've not heard from anybody. Calves are on fire, giving it my all. I have two things pushing me this far: the desire to get out of the heat and the desire to win. Let's hope that's enough. People Mover is a really nice above Tomorrowland, a slow, relaxing ride where you kind of get to see Tomorrowland from a different angle. It's really fun, definitely a must-do for me in my opinion, and it looks like a short line. I feel it's important to show you A, what's happening here with my hair, and B, how much I'm sweating. Because we all sweat. Let's normalize it.
All right, we're back. We've sweated a lot. Now it's time to break out of here, so let's break out. Oh, breaking out. All right, breaking out and heading to Tom Sawyer Island, our next stop.
The next task is to go up and down the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. I really, really want to win the prize today because it's the Plan a Perfect Day. Perfect Days are, of course, a video series we do a whole lot on the channel where we just try to have the best day ever in the different parks. And a lot of times we plan it based on what we recommend the most for the most people. But this will be getting to plan one based on my favorite things, what I want to do. I think it'll be so fun to show you guys that. I've got to stop talking or I'm gonna fall over.
We pretty much walked right on. After this, I have a card for Tomorrowland. I get all of Tomorrowland. That's not right. After this, I have a card for Astro Orbiter. I'm gonna hopefully grab that, and then maybe by some miracle, I can get a Space Mountain card. Do I think that's gonna happen? Not necessarily, but I'm gonna try.
Oh, we got yellow. This is Quincy's favorite color. Okay, 33 minutes, not bad at all.
Come on, everybody.
Here we go, Tom Sawyer's Island. Let's go over here and see what good old Tom was up to back in the day, huh?
I have summited and de-summited. I don't know. Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. So I get to make some money. Let's see if it's enough for me to go buy the Liberty Bell, which departs on the 30 minutes in the hour. And it's 23, so if I can buy the Liberty Bell, that would be peachy keen. 140, is that enough? Is that enough? Oh my gosh, the Liberty Square Riverboat is 135. Okay, this is risky. I'm playing fast and loose with my money, but I'm going. My strategy is to get as much property as I can in the early game, so I have more opportunities to trade in the late game when it matters, especially now that most of the monopolies are blocked up and I don't have any cards that will get me into the ones that aren't blocked up. So actually I think all of them might be blocked by somebody else. But Liberty Bell is a good one because it does block up a monopoly here that Emma could still get. It's just, it is a 20-minute boat ride, so it does take a good minute.
So I just checked our Monopoly log, and Quincy, she just bought Liberty Square riverboats. She has $5. It's hard to be a loser, isn't it, Q? But I'm kind of feeling really generous right now. You know, I'm a kind landowner and I happen to have money to spare. So I think I'm going to take a trip over to the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, give Q $45 just as a friend. We're at the point of the game where I'm feeling confident enough I can take pity on her.
All right, guys, here we go. Tom Sawyer Island, and let's take a little stroll real quick. Tom Sawyer's Island. We are here heading up to take a look over the edge here, and this is beautiful kids areas, a lot of playtime. If you want something relaxing, here's the place to go, right? And a beautiful place to watch the parade from across the water in the shade.
We are finally headed over to Astro Orbiter. We're starting this Tomorrowland Monopoly. I hope. We'll see though. Fingers crossed. If I get a perfect day, I probably would do it in Magic Kingdom, actually. Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. Those are my favorites right now, which is very ironic because I used to hate Hollywood Studios. But now I'm older and I enjoy it more. And for the first time in my life, I think I really enjoy Tower of Terror. And I never thought I would say that. So, conquering fears. Right, Astro Orbiter looks like a long line. Not super excited about that, but let's hop in. If you don't know what this is, Astro Orbiter is like a Dumbo-esque ride where you get in a rocket and it takes you up high, but it's actually on top of the People Mover and goes fairly fast. So it's nerve-wracking and I don't like it.
The Liberty Bell is a really cool, authentic steamship vessel that floats around in the rivers of America and Magic Kingdom. There's a really cute narration on it. You see like little like diorama sites, and it's honestly a really relaxing, great way to take a break from the crowds. Very rarely is it crowded. So I'm actually pretty happy to get a little break here and think about my game.
All right, sorry about the loud music, but we are here at Hall of Presidents. Let's go catch some AAC, hang out for a minute, learn a little bit, and then keep on making our trek to the championship. Oh man. All right, unfortunately it looks like we just missed this show. It is an empty hall, so we definitely just missed getting in, but we have been sweating like crazy after that punishment, and in the dead of the sun on that raft, my private yacht, there and back, it was nice, I'm not gonna lie. But we are here, you can walk around, you can check out a lot of cool history about our country and our presidents.
Okay, I made it to the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This is a similar ride to Peter Pan's Flight in that it's a dark ride. Anyways, this is owned by Quincy, so I think I paid her like $45. But now that I drink water, I'm starting to get like a hold of myself, and so I think my generosity is wearing off.
All right, so after a 25-minute wait, because I just missed the last showing, I'm finally in and getting set down to sit here for another 22 minutes and get through this entire show, which is going to be putting me way behind. But I'm going to go all the way to the edge here, so as soon as these doors open, I'm zipping out of here as fast as possible. I think we can still make up some ground, go make some cash. There's a couple things still open. Like, I'm hoping that I get to pull a Space Mountain card to block Emma, because Emma's got 2 in Tomorrowland. We can't let anybody get the Monopoly. All right, I'm holding on to 3 rent cards right now. Haunted Mansion, which I will pay because it's cheap. It's only $15. But I have 2 railroads, and those are expensive. They're $100 a piece in rent, which we're not going to go there until we make some cash. And they're Quincy, and I don't want to give her the satisfaction. Since she's playing loose and free with all her money, she could go bankrupt first, even though she has the most properties, because she's got no money. So hopefully we don't pay her any rent quite yet. But let's try to go make some money after this. After we pay a little bit of rent, hopefully we can clear out 2 cards, get a Space Mountain before somebody else gets it, and at least block Emma from getting a Monopoly. And at that time, I'd be willing to trade her Space Mountain for Aladdin. And now we both have Monopolies, but I'm just going to go into the point of making a bunch of money, so therefore I don't get bankrupt. So we'll see, because unfortunately, the riverboat, Quincy, in my 3-day wait here for presidents, Quincy rode the nice little riverboat and kind of blocked the opportunity for a trade there. So let's just see what happens next.
I'm gonna go and head to Space Mountain because Emma is about to get a monopoly there if she draws Space Mountain. So I'm going to block her, not because I want to, but I also can't have her having a monopoly, so I gotta take preventative measures.
Okay, I love my history just as much as anybody else does, but man, waiting 22 minutes or 25 minutes for that ride and then another 22 minutes for it to go, I guess 22 and then 22, 45 minutes almost out of my day for one stinking little piece of property. No, never again. Come on, you gotta be smarter than that. All right, we're gonna go pay some rent right now to our friend Emma. We are now to Haunted Mansion, so let's pay some rent and keep on going.
Okay, let's see what the standby wait is. 45 minutes, I can handle 45. 45 minutes is nothing.
Okay, absolutely worst, huge, horrible news is Cassie just purchased Space Mountain. So now I cannot purchase Space Mountain. It doesn't mean I can't get it later in a trade, but right now I have nothing good to offer Cassie, so she's not gonna trade it with me. And now all of the lands, almost, except for the trains, are owned. So what I really need to do is go get the Roger E. Brogy, because I do have that, which is one of the train stations. Technically, like, it's here in Tomorrowland, but I'm gonna go to Fantasyland so I can technically ride it. So the whole plan, just not doing great. I'm gonna stop by Auntie Gravity's to talk about what's on their menu and review everything, so that way we can get a little cash in our pocket, and then just collect another thing. The sad thing is I have no strategy here. All of my strategies have not worked out. So now I'm just going for the gold.
As we all know, I need money. So I am currently outside of Hall of Presidents to explain and review a show that no one else has. Hall of Presidents is a 25-minute show all about the presidents of the United States. There are animatronics of every single president that the country has ever had, and you hear a speech from George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and the current president swearing in their State of the Union. It is probably the coolest way that presidential history is recorded in this country. I mean, in robot, that's pretty neat. It's not a must-do. I think it's worth doing once to see for sure, but if you have limited time, you might not want to do it. But for some people, history buffs, it's their favorite. My brother loves Hall of Presidents, so, you know, pretty good show. But that's some money, which is what we really need. Okay, I'm looking at what we have right now. I've got, every card I have is something somebody else owns, except for the train. Am I gonna be the trains girl? I think I'm gonna be the trains girl. Whatever, maybe it'll be a good bargaining chip later.
Here we are. This is ice cream and smoothies at Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies. This is one of the ice cream stops here in Tomorrowland, and this is their full menu. So we're gonna go through the full menu. We're gonna talk about all of it, and this is what it's gonna look great. We're gonna review it all. Ready? Okay, so the brownie sundae, it's soft serve ice cream over a brownie with hot fudge or strawberry topping. Oh, it's incredible. 10 out of 10. So good. Nothing like a warm brownie and cold ice cream. Any ice cream float is just delicious, especially if you can get a vanilla Coke float. Oh, so good. The cold brew float is not something that I personally had yet, but I love Joffrey's cold brew and I love ice cream. So I'm assuming it's wonderful. They also have vanilla chocolate and salted or swirled soft serve ice cream in a cup. It's pretty good. It's just normal. It's nothing like super, super special. And then you can also grab a chocolate milkshake here, which you can grab in a few places, so not super special. If I was gonna grab anything, it would be the brownie sundae or the cold brew float. They also have a strawberry smoothie, which is actually plant-based, so great offering there. Some soda, some water, those are fine, they're normal. And then Joffrey's Coffee Cold Brew you can grab here because you can, and I think it's extra special, 10 out of 10, because you can actually grab a shaken Jamaican, which is really nice because it's my favorite drink, and I actually normally go over that way to Joffrey's, but the line gets really long, and I just want a shaken Jamaican, so it's nice that you can get it here. So there you go, full review of Anti-Gravity's.
You know what? I need a little bit of an ego boost. And one thing that I know is that this will do it. Because this is a humbug. Yay! Thank you! That little tape square on the ground is a clap box, and they do it kind of a lot of times on slower days or in slower areas of the park. If you ever see a tape square on the ground, you might want to walk through it or tell a family member to walk through it, because cast members will probably applaud you. Also, I especially liked this one because they were luring people into it by putting stickers on the ground. So I got my sticker. and I got applauded. It was great. So even if I don't win today, I win in my heart, except that's not true because I want the perfect day.
It's going on right now, but you know, the castle show is just amazing, right? It's a great place to bring the whole family, be able to see some awesome princesses, some of your favorite characters, and boom, there it is. What a great opportunity to catch a bunch of cool pictures with the family and to see a bunch of fun dancing and characters. It's amazing. Definitely come and check this out because, you know, it is a necessity when coming to the park.
The absolute worst thing ever in history ever just happened. I'm in jail. So now I'm probably no Rotary Brogy, but at least we made some cash.
Okay, I'm back at the Frontierland station. Unfortunately, I do see the train pulling away, but that's just 7 minutes to the next one. The Royo Disney train is of course named after Walt's brother, who was pretty much behind Disney World, which of course wasn't completed until Walt's death, but Roy saw it to completion and sort of helped Walt make his dreams come true. So that's why he gets a train named after him, and I wish that train would come.
Okay, here we are, starting this way. Now the rest of the lands. So starting in Liberty Square, since we're here, you can actually meet Tiana. Not meet her, but you can find her. Occasionally, she will be up in the windows over that way. I am stepping foot into Fantasyland, and over here, behind me, that little spot right there, that one, the alcove, you can meet Peter Pan over there. Okay, I cut across and made my way over. I'm in Adventureland now, and you can actually meet Aladdin over here. That's who you can find. Here we are, made my way over to Frontierland, and if you didn't know, you can actually find the literal country bears. Here we are, Tomorrowland. I'm not quite there, but as soon as I'm underneath the sign, it counts. You can meet, you can find Buzz Lightyear here. He's also here. Okay, back to whence we came. Okay, does this mean I'm out of jail? This is the worst.
All right, so while we're here, we are at the railroad. Let's go ahead and, I guess, spend some of this cash we're making because we're getting ready to go do another food review to make some more money. So, gosh dang it, man, as much as I hate giving away, but we need to get some more cards and more properties because there's a few more properties still out there that haven't been taken. We need to get Country Bear Jamboree off this list and maybe one of the other railroads, so let's hopefully work for that. And let the car go by here, and boom, we are at the railroad. Let's go ahead and pay some rent to our girl Quincy. Unfortunately, this is one of the most expensive rents, so dang it, I'm hating it, but let's jump up here, get a good look out over Main Street, USA, give you that beautiful view, and we are now, boom, Quincy, enjoy your rent.
Oh my gosh, I made a huge mistake. I thought I had 3 railroads. I don't. I only have 2 because I didn't have enough money to pay for the railroad. No. So I wasted all that time riding the railroad like between Frontierland and here, and I didn't get it. So I didn't have enough money. Oh, that's smart. Okay, I have made it to Space Mountain. This is owned by Cassie. Very, very fun one, but I'm paying $6 for rent here. Now I'm headed to Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover, which is owned by Emma, to pay the $5 rent here.
Ooh, here's something fun for you guys. All right, I'm gonna rush the back of the park. I know I'm at Casey's now, but I am going to not run, but walk very quickly because Quincy went to the Roy train and didn't have enough money to buy it. I just pulled the card after I reviewed Casey's, so if I can get back there and buy that, that means nobody can get a monopoly on anything without trading. So I'm rushing back there right now, try to get this railroad, get some more trade bait, try to get my monopoly so I can start taking control of this game. So, I'm running out of breath, kids. This is bad, but it's gonna happen. I'm taking this train down. Let's go.
All right, I made it to the front of the park, the barbershop, a real working barbershop where you can actually get your hair cut. And they even offer a really adorable first haircut. It's right here around the corner. You can see the barbershop pole kind of tucked in here by the car barn. There is the barbershop. My tip about bringing a kid to Disney World is to let them nap. Let those babies nap. Whatever their age, if they're getting tired, let them nap in the middle of the day, take a break. These days are really, really long. Disney World is really hard, and it can be a lot to push your kid through, staying awake the whole day, even if they don't typically nap at home. It's hot, it's a lot of walking for little legs. Let the kiddo nap. Everyone's moods will be better because of it. That's my tip. Let your kids nap. I hear that from parents in our audience all the time.
Okay, 40 minutes later, we are about to load onto the attraction. Not a bad wait. I mean, it was really close to the wait time, but it went by fast for me.
The only property still on the board that isn't owned is Country Bear Jamboree. I'd love to have it because then I would at least have my hand in 3 lands. That at least gives me bargaining chips for maybe ending up with a monopoly here. Because right now the other 2 trains have been gotten because of my mistake with the Roy O Disney and riding it without enough money.
So I just hopped off of Space Mountain and I just checked our Monopoly log and Dustin is in jail again.
I don't know who created this thing. I think it was some monster out there that decided to add in the opportunity to not pass go. Don't get a pass go. Oh, but you can go to jail multiple times. So guess what I get to go do? Oh yeah, I get to go to jail again.
Team DFB, we're suffering. We're not supposed to be on a team, but of course I'm gonna root for him a little bit. If not me, Dustin, you know?
It happened. I pulled Country Bear Jamboree. Thank goodness. The very last property up for grabs before trades start getting crazy. So I'm heading in. Our timing looks pretty good. All the properties are in play. We're about to go to lunch break, which I think will be probably pretty tense. And then we play on. A little behind the scenes fun fact is that when we do lunch breaks for games that have a time element, like this one, we mark exactly what time we each arrive at the restaurant. And then that person gets to leave that much earlier if they were earlier. So everybody gets the exact same time in the break. So it's all fair and everyone gets to enjoy their lunch and no one's stressed about the competition. And also we get to eat together because we like each other. So I'm excited for lunch break. But also I think some trade discussions might happen. So I'm nervous.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Antoncino d'amor.
This was meant to be a nice, courteous, business-free lunch. However, over hush puppies and rice
And green beans.
Green
It's getting
beans.
serious.
We couldn't help but get into some negotiations. So let's be real here. We all have something we want. We all have something we need from someone else. A lot of things need to move to make what I want happen. And I expect everyone to be open to making what I want to happen. So let's just establish what we want. Okay? Quincy, what do you want?
Fantasyland.
That's a big problem because I also
She wants Fantasyland. I knew that
She
was
wants
a mistake.
Fantasyland. She's got nothing going for her.
Yeah, she's desperate for it.
She's bonkers.
Are we really gonna hand her
Maybe.
Fantasyland? I mean, let's be honest, friends.
What I really
We
want,
can make something happen.
The 3 of us could kick out
Yeah.
Chucky over here.
that's exactly what can happen. Because I would give up Tom Sawyer Island and Roy O Disney Railroad,
Okay.
which may not do a lot for you right now, but I give you 2 properties for Aladdin.
So I would like to propose Dustin, my Frontierland property and your Liberty Square property, or your Frontierland property and my Liberty Square property.
What else was in the room? Oh,
Just us.
I'll give you Liberty Square and both railroads for Tom Sawyer. So you would have 2 in Liberty Square and 2
we
railroads.
gotta get this trade on the road, Dustin. We got skin in the game, you stinging.
I'm sweetening the pot. I'm sweetening the pot.
She's sweetening the
I'm
pot.
sweetening the pot. Are you ready? You want to hear the pot sweetener?
What's the hot sweet?
The pot sweetener is I don't trade with Cassie unless she gives you something of hers that you want.
That's a horrible choice.
Yeah, but she's not gonna want that.
Unless she gives you no, listen. Well, Cassie wants what I have, so if we're talking about a deal here, okay, I am saying we do this trade. It pays off, right? I trade with Cassie, Winnie the Pooh. I give her Winnie the Pooh in exchange for Big Thunder, and her giving you Space Mountain so that you can trade with Emma and have leverage.
I will give you.
And Emma gives you a Monopoly. Emma gets a Monopoly there too. but Emma gives you Adventureland. You then have 2 Monopolies, is what I'm offering.
Why do you want to give me 2 Monopolies?
Because she has something else she's cooking that she's not sharing with the group.
Oh my gosh, no, I had to spit. This is.
We gotta make a decision.
I can't
I know,
lunch
I know. We got
this
like
lunch has made me lose
3 minutes
I
here.
might just bankrupt myself.
Okay, we stepped away for confessionals because we're in extremely intense trade negotiations right now. I frankly, there's two ways this game turns out for me. It's either A, Dustin accepts my trade and we make the everyone has a monopoly outcome happen, or B, I ruin everyone's life until I go bankrupt. And then whoever bankrupts me wins. So we're really hoping for A.
I'm not feeling good about this trade. I have nothing to offer anyone. They have the world in their palm, and I have the people mover. And that's about it. So we're gonna see what craziness Dustin's about to throw at everyone and hope for the best.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. At this point in the game, I don't care what's gonna happen as long as I get Fantasyland. I have no strategy beyond what's happening right here, right now. Dustin's taking too long. At this point, just make a decision, move on. We don't have all day. We've been here for like an hour. Look at it. Look at it.
In my hand currently, I've got 1 railroad, 1 Liberty Square, and 2 Adventureland, right? I'm gonna give away my frontier land to get 2 railroads and a Fantasyland. I mean, 2 railroads and a Liberty Square, all right? And then I'm gonna give away also my Adventurelands so I can get the Haunted Mansion and another railroad. So then I'll get 3 railroads out of this, and I'll get the Liberty Square Monopoly. So I can get 2 Monopolies out of this trade. I just have to have Emma and Quincy accept them at the same time. So let's see how this goes down.
What's the trade? What is it? What is it? What's the trade?
I accepted the other trade. Everybody can hit refresh now.
I'm refreshing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right, it looked like it may have worked if I thought this through correctly.
Oh my gosh.
And boom,
Oh my
it
gosh,
did.
he has every railroad.
Now I have railroads and Liberty Square, and Emma has Adventureland. Here we come. Let's go. Let's
Cassie,
go.
we've got a trade to make,
Let's
fam.
go. Let them make their trade all they want, because it's not going to happen for them. So the only thing out there now is Tomorrowland. So Emma could make a move
I'm about 5 years
eventually in this
behind.
game and get up there with me with multiple monopolies, because Tomorrowland is still hanging out there with 2 owners. But, they're going to Frontier Fantasyland. I see that, but we still have a chance to make this work out. So let's see what happens.
Alla gloria militar.
Walking out of Columbia Harbor House with a full belly and a full Fantasyland, baby. Oh, their water just fell into rain just dropped into my eye.
It's jail time. Lunch is over. Jail time. Let's hit these stocks and keep making our way around. This is brutal. To be in jail when it's hot and gross and it's raining. Have you ever got wet from the rain and sweat at the same time? Well, come play games with us. It's how it is in the summer.
A lot changed at lunch. Lunch was an insane negotiation. But I think that I went from being just kind of like everybody was debating on whether or not they could kick me out of the game to being a major player here, because I now have the 2nd strongest monopoly in the game, which has more locations, which means there's more likelihood that people are going to land on my monopoly than the Fantasyland monopoly. I also, in my hand, I have Country Bear Jamboree and Tom Sawyer Island, which means if I can go make a little money, then I can probably hotel them. Oh, this is so good. Why does this game feel so good? It's gonna feel really bad if I lose.
Okay, it's officially raining. And I'm gonna go to Haunted Mansion to pay rent because I don't own it anymore.
All right, I am here in Adventureland to stop by the Enchanted Tiki Room. I have 2 Enchanted Tiki Room cards in my hands, so I'm just gonna play both of them, pay my $18 of rent.
All right, we are outside the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse, and it is starting to rain. I don't have anything to protect me.
Okay, I made it over to Peter Pan's flight. Cassie owns it now, so rent. It was a lot of rent, $100 of rent, and also I'm in jail. So to the stocks.
Yep, here we go. Round 2. Let's do it.
I didn't pull any task cards, and we always have to be playing a card, so I cannot wait for someone to have to pay me rent. So I'm gonna have to come pay rent here to Emma again at Magic Carpets of Aladdin, which is just $20. Thank goodness I got a task. Find a merchandise item no one has talked about at the Emporium, so that's where I'm headed.
Okay, here's the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. We're going to build a hotel.
First stock. Now to the rest of the stocks. Not the stocks, the lands.
So the characters that you can meet over here, if you guys ever want to, you can head to Be Our Guest for dinner up here at the Beast Castle and meet both of them, you know?
All right, I'm in the Emporium. I'm here to talk about a merchandise item no one has talked about yet. No one has talked about pins. So pins are kind of a big deal in Disney World. They have pins that represent movies, pins that represent the parks, big pins, little pins, cheap pins, expensive pins.
Things took a turn. I guess I was too cocky in Fantasyland after building my hotel, because the next thing I drew, I got sent to jail.
Here in Liberty Square, the only other person I know that you can see, I mean, Tiana, I mean, you can also see Constance in Haunted Mansion.
Take a step foot in here once again, and there's usually only these two around, so it's Stitch and Buzz.
Ah, my home, Frontierland, where I live, where I'm safe, here in Frontierland. My favorite thing about my home here in Frontierland is wandering the boardwalk by the water, looking out over Tom Sawyer Island, and taking in the sights and sounds of the Wild West. Isn't it beautiful? The longer I'm mayor of Frontierland, the more Frontierland I become.
I know what you're thinking. How did we get here? This is the kind of thing that happens when you hang out with the AllEars people.
All right, I have made it to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad that I own, because I own all the Frontierlands, because I traded for it. When you arrive at a property that you already own and you have the monopoly, we automatically buy as many houses as we can afford. I don't think I can afford that many. Probably afford about 2. Correct, I can afford 2, but that gets rent to be $150 here, and I got a task, which is great, so I can make more money to be able to buy more houses. So let's go.
You can meet Jack Sparrow roaming in Adventureland. Okay, let's go.
You can also meet Stitch over here. I think I said Buzz the first time. You can meet Stitch here, and that's about it.
All right, guys, here we go. Entering Adventureland. We've already seen him once today, kind of, but you can meet the lovely, amazing dancer and runner, Captain Jack Sparrow. Isn't that so great?
The state of the game as is pretty wild, because people are in jail trying to get out, and we're kind of running into the thing of like, at any given point, someone could have a bad hand and get fully bankrupt.
You can meet the Dapper Dans. That counts as a character, right?
Okay, I am here at the entrance to review a hotel that nobody else has, and I'm gonna go with All-Star Music. All-Star Music is one of the All-Stars, which the All-Stars are the cheapest hotels, the cheapest Disney hotels on property.
All right, so I walked into Frontierland. You can see Big Al.
All right, we're back. Here's the stocks. I'm here. There's a line, so I don't want to keep anybody from doing anything right now. I just needed to return to the point of entrapment, and I'm released, so we are heading to Tom Sawyer Island.
All right, I've made my way here to Astro Orbiter to pay rent to Emma. Luckily, since Tomorrowland is not currently in a monopoly, rent is only $4.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so slippery in Magic Kingdom. Okay, back to the stocks. Okay, same deal, covering my head. Jail changes a man.
Okay, we have officially made it to Frontierland. You can meet the country bears often. They wander around the park. I think I got all the land, so I'm gonna go back to the stock so I can get out of jail. Oh, I almost slipped. Be careful when it's wet, you guys. Okay. Okay, I'm back in jail, so that means I'm out of jail, right? I did it all.
I knew this was gonna happen. My hand is all railroads. Luckily, I've made some money, but because I have some doubled up railroads, if I go to those railroads, I have to pay it twice. So, I mean, the ability for me to go bankrupt is very possible right now. I'm headed to the Lily Bell, which is the Fantasyland leg, because I do only have one Lily Bell card, and that means I only have to pay rent once on it. Rent's $200 at the railroad. If I get stuck doing too much here, I could be out real easily. But let's try one railroad and see what happens.
Okay, I made it over to Liberty Square. That's the boat behind me. It is $34, and I'm about to sell it to Dustin.
All right, we're making our way to Tomorrowland to go pay the people mover once more again, but it's still the cheapest rent, so we have to stick with that process. I need to get some of my cards so I can start building houses and hotels. Everybody else has been getting their cards so they're able to go run to their lands and their properties and do a little building. I have not yet, except the railroads, and guess what? Can't build a hotel on a railroad now, can you?
Things are starting to heat up. I think those task cards are starting to disappear. I still have one to go up and down the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, but my legs are hurting. I've got that Disney pain in my legs, in my feet, in my soul. At this point, I kind of want to go bankrupt. While we're going up, you can actually read about the story as you go up. They have a bunch of little signs, so definitely check those out. It's a good stroll. It's kind of hard to argue that it's a good stroll while I'm kind of like panting to get through it, but I promise it's a good walk.
All right, I made it to Fantasyland Station, paying Dustin $200. And I'm gonna see what card I pull before I decide whether to ride the train or not. I would love to take the train, but it occurred to me that if I take the train, I'll be going to the Walt Disney Station. And if I go to the Walt Disney Station, I have to pay $400, and I only have $229. So I'm gonna go walk up and down the Swiss Family Treehouse. I'm getting tired. I'm worried my brain's gonna stop working. I'm gonna slip up. There's no part of me that wants to walk up and down this treehouse, but I will for money. Not even real money, Monopoly money, but I'll do it.
All right, here we go. Walking through from Frontierland into the Magic Carpet Ride. Here we are right here. Let's go ahead and pay this rent to Emma. Only 20 smackaroos right now, so that's not too bad. And let's see what our next card is. Oh no. Oh no. We've got two pirates, two poos, the two biggest ones that are out there, and I am not happy about that. So let's go drop a little bit of money. Let's go ahead and drop this money here at the Tiki Room. I don't know. I'm a little nervous right now. I don't want to hit the button, because if it's another bad one, I don't know what to do. Ooh, I'm out of the game, guys. That's it for me. I just lost. I got Tiki Room, two poos, and Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm officially going out. It's been fun. I mean, I'm still moving and working here, but yeah, I'm done. Let me see if I can sell off some of my properties and stay in this game real quick, but let's see what happens.
So I'm out of task cards. Things are looking a little grim for me. I only have cards to go to other people's properties. So I think I'm gonna go ahead to Haunted Mansion, because that is the attraction I can visit that I pay the least amount of money to Dustin, I believe. So I'm here at the Haunted Mansion. You're welcome, Dustin. Enjoy your 30 Monopoly bucks. I guess I have to go to the Hall of Presidents now to pay rent there, because there's no way I'm going to Quincy's property. She's got houses, she's got hotels, she's got mansions, she's got islands built on her properties, so I'm not trying to let Quincy win.
In the middle of looking to make a trade, and get rid of some properties to try to stay in this game. Somebody had to pay me some rent, so I barely made it. We're still in it. Let's go ahead and pay this rent and see what happens. All right, paying the rent to the tiki room right now.
Huge development. So Dustin just had to go to Tiki Room and he had to pay me $450. So I'm pretty much a billionaire now. I need to get some of these things off of my hand, and I happen to be right here at the Walter E. Disney Railroad. So I'm gonna check that off. Give a little rent to Dustin, you know, pay it forward. He, you know, I'm so passionate about charity. So I'm gonna pay it forward.
I wasn't filming, but I got fully spit on by the camel. And honestly, it was shocking, but it felt good. Here's what my hand is. I'm gonna tell you, okay? I have the Walt Disney Railroad, the Walt Disney Railroad, the Roy Disney Railroad, the Roy Disney Railroad, the Roy Disney Railroad. Oh my gosh. I guess I should do the Roy one, because if I do the Walt one, I'll end up at the Roy and have to pay both, and I'll go bankrupt. Because that's it's $1,000 to pay for all my cards right now. I'm gonna go ride. Oh wait, I don't have to ride them. I'm going to Walt. I'm such a silly goose. I'm going to Walt. I'll spend $400 doing railroads, and then hopefully get a card in my land so I can go get some houses and hotels back up over there.
Can y'all tell I'm dead? This has just been running back and forth across the park. Okay, we're here in Fantasyland. I'm gonna pay rent to the Lily Bell, and weirdly her owner's here. Look, it's the owner of the Lily Bell.
Hey, I own this place.
I'm here to pay your rent.
Welcome to my train station.
It looks really nice.
It does. I have really good maintenance men.
Paid rent to train man, to Walt Disney himself. And I'm now $900. I have 3 options where I can go pay rent, and 2 where I can make a little cash. Let's go make some cash.
I'm beginning to think this thing's a little rigged. All right. The lands I decided to trade away for Haunted Mansion are now biting me in the rear end. I would already have owned Aladdin. I would have owned the Tiki Room. I would have owned Pirates. But no, I traded them all away just so I could own Haunted Mansion. And now guess where I have to go? Back to Adventureland. I can't catch a break here. I can't catch a break.
I have to go and give up $200 to Dustin at the railroad near Main Street. Disney has special celebration buttons, so if you're celebrating an anniversary, a birthday, a first visit, but I need Disney to make a first time chafing in Disney World button, because that's what I need to wear. We have made it all the way to Dustin's railroad. Wait a minute, Dustin owns all the railroads. That's so great for Dustin. Yay, Dustin! I'm at the railroad station at the very front of the park, so paying him $200. Am I paying him $200? It's like half my bank account.
There's one thing and one thing only driving me forward, and that is the promise of getting to take my friends on my perfect day and sharing it with you guys. And that is motivating me beyond almost anything else. I'm heading towards Space Mountain because of the cheap rent at Space Mountain. I'm kind of thinking I should go towards Peter Pan's flight. She doesn't have any houses or hotels on it right now, but what if she goes and puts houses and hotels on it, and then I'm stuck with just 4 cards that will bankrupt me completely. Literally 3 of my cards are the Royal Disney, which is the Frontierland station, and if I of course it would be the Roy. The one that messed me up in the early game would mess me up now. But if I can get Peter Pan's flight before she adds any houses or hotels to it, it's only $100, which I can afford right now. So I'm gonna go try that.
All right, this is where the game started today for me, guys. Is it gonna be where I find out my fate? Let's see. Pay this rent, and I have to go to TTC or TTA. Oh, I'm heading over to People Mover. Go pay a little bit of rent there. I'm still alive with $705. Rent over there is super cheap, but man, I'm already at like 25,000 steps today. My knees are getting a little weak. Too much for this old man.
Ooh, okay, hey, big news. Pulled a get out of jail card. That's great. Hopefully I'll save that for a little later. Also, I just pulled Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, and I happen to own it, and I'm doing good on cash, so I'm gonna go maybe put some hotels on the Tiki Room. That sounds quite nice. I feel like the Monopoly man. This is cool.
I never thought I'd be back here, but here I am.
I pulled Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. Now the Tiki Room is in Emma's Adventureland Monopoly, and it does currently have 4 houses on it, making it a $450 rent, which means if I don't pull a card that I can pay for after I do this task, there's nothing I can do. I'm bankrupt. So it's not great.
We're in Tomorrowland, so a character you can meet over here is Buzz Lightyear.
I pulled Hall of Presidents, which Dustin is still $40. So as long as he doesn't get over there and ramp it up by the time I get there, I'm still in it.
I have officially stepped foot in Fantasyland, so you can also meet Princess Belle over at Enchanted Tales with Belle.
$40 at Hall of Presidents. I got a task. Oh my gosh, this is so nerve-wracking. Literally any of these cards will bankrupt me except tasks at this point.
Conspiracy, do you think that the AllEars team is trying to sabotage DFB? I think they are.
I'm at the barbershop again. It's now closed because we've been playing this for so many hours. My tip is to measure your kid's height so you don't wait in a really long line and find out they're not tall enough to ride.
While we are passing through Liberty Square, I actually saw Princess Cinderella over at this gazebo earlier, which I thought was really funny. So I guess you can meet Princess Cinderella in Liberty Square too.
I have to go back to the safe zone, aka Tomorrowland, to pay $5 at Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. I still don't have enough money. I have $442, so I still don't have enough money to do the Roy O. Disney or the Tiki Room, which are my only 2 other options. So I'm just at the whim of my deck now.
We are back in Adventureland. So another character that you can meet here is next to the magic carpets. You might see Aladdin, you might see Jasmine.
Hello, People Mover. I'm back again to pay your very affordable and reasonable $5 rent. And Space Mountain again. Wow. Okay. I feel like I am in a Groundhog Day loop at this point.
Obviously, you can see Chip and Dale here. And there's Clarabelle Cow. She is an icon. On a scale of 1 to tearing up at the Frontierland Hoedown, how sensitive are you? That was a really ridiculous thing to think to like get choked up over. But I was just watching that and it was just so cute.
Rent paid at Space Mountain. The card I pulled was one of mine. We're still in it, baby. Now the problem is, when you go to your own property with our game, you do have to buy as many houses as you can afford. And I can afford to go all the way up to a hotel with Big Thunder, which is great, except for the fact that it makes me even more broke than I already am. Home, sweet home, Frontierland. Look at all these smiling faces. Every single one of them loves me. I'm their mayor. Well, we're at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad again, and I don't have to pay rent here, but I do have to pay to make it a hotel, which I will happily do because the rent here is now $1,100. So, you know, if someone comes over here, we could be cool if they land on Frontierland, land in Big Thunder.
I've made it out of jail. That one was rough.
All right, here we are back at Tiki Room to build a hotel. This might bankrupt me. Enchanted Tiki Room. Oh, that was all. Because I had built everything else, it was only $100. Okay, I have 2 cards to take a trip up and down Swiss Family Treehouse, so 2 trips up and down. Trip number 1, up and down Swiss Family Treehouse. I might decide to take a break, depending on whatever card pulls after this first one, because I won't lie to you, this is a lovely little trek. I like this, but it's definitely not easy on the legs, especially if you have been like walking all day long.
Gotta sit down for a second. My knees are going to fall off. But we just pulled a railroad, so that's a good thing. We're gonna head down Main Street See if that saves us. But I'm telling you, skin of my teeth over and over again. But I think this is happening for everybody. So I'm just hoping somebody accidentally clicks on the wrong button or makes a mistake, has to pay up, and has to get themselves out of the game. So I'm just hoping for somebody to make a mental slip because we've been going at this for hours. So let's see what happens.
I have got some bad news. I have $550 in my bank account. I'm gonna go to Tom Sawyer Island, I think. Here we are by Tom Sawyer Island. $80 in Quincy's pocket. It's fine. It doesn't bother me one bit. I'm not in any pain, emotional, physical, spiritual.
Cassie just had to go to Tom Sawyer, which is good. She paid my $80 rent, which isn't nothing. I did get a task card. We're still scraping by the skin of our teeth. And I'm gonna review the menu at Golden Oak Outpost. Now, Golden Oak is a stand right here kind of between Adventureland and Frontierland. The menu is pretty sparse here. It's only open during select hours, but we got chili cheese fries. I love chili cheese fries. They're one of my favorite, like, hearty, filling, quick theme park snacks, and they're pretty tasty here. There's chicken strips. Can't really go wrong with Disney World chicken strips, but a little boring. And then they do have loaded chicken strips, where they're tossed with cheese sauce, bacon, and green onions, which are not boring and delicious. Thanks, Golden Oak.
We made it down, and for the first time today, I actually pulled a Space Mountain card. So it's $6 rent. Let's just go pay $6 rent. Then we'll come back here and walk the tree again.
The tide of the game is about to change in somebody's favor, and it's not mine, because the only things I have are the Royal Disney, Walt Disney Enchanted Tiki Room, and the Haunted Mansion. The rule, when you are guaranteed to bankrupt, which I currently am, is to bankrupt at the closest location there is. So I have to go to the Enchanted Tiki Room, and if someone happens to, have to pay me rent in the meantime, I could still be in the game. So that's what we're crossing our fingers for right now. But every single one of the properties that I could bankrupt on except Tiki Room goes to Dustin. Tiki Room goes to Emma. So I think this is what I get for clowning them at the deal earlier. That's on me. That's karma. And this is why you don't get competitive in games. But who knows? Maybe someone will hit that big thunder $1,000 rent by the time I get over there, and I'll be able to afford it. Cross your fingers for me.
Things are looking very rough. I could very well lose in like 5 minutes. However, I still have Country Bear Jamboree, and Quincy only has one house on that. So that means I could pay $100 for visiting that property and still be in the game. So we're gonna go visit that.
Okay, almost there. I'm refreshing just to see if perhaps something changed. And it doesn't look like it. So here I am, visiting the Enchanted Tiki Room, and that means I gotta pay some rent. I'm out, bankrupt. Bankrupted directly to Emma, which gives Emma my monopoly in Frontierland with my hotels built on it. That seems right. It's over.
Woo. We are visiting the Country Bear Jamboree. Enjoy your $100, Quincy. Clicking this card. Wait a minute. Quincy just went bankrupt. So now Emma has Frontierland, she has Adventureland.
I just bankrupted Quincy. Oh man, that means I own Frontierland, Adventureland. I'm at $1,800. Oh, I feel great. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling incredible. I can't believe that I just bankrupted Quincy.
Guess who's the first one out of the game again? I mean, it's like it's you would think it's scripted, but I swear it's not, because I try every time to win. I hate to lose. I'm the most competitive person on this team. But Quincy, how does she always lose first? I got partnered with her last time, and she was the first one to get out. And here we go again, the first one to get out. So Emma takes all of Frontierland, which is huge, because she lost it there. And now I'm a little stressed out. I'm not gonna lie, now I'm a little stressed out. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna go ahead over here real quick to magic carpet before she gets back there and puts any properties on there, because it's still pretty cheap, but let's see what happens.
It's funny that we would cross paths under these circumstances.
I hate to say this in front of you, I really do, but I'm so glad she went bankrupt.
So the time has come. We had a fun game. We had a fun times, you and me. It's time to bankrupt. I can be bankrupt by Emma or by Dustin.
All right, so update as we're walking to Adventureland. Cassie might be going out, and she said the closest properties are hers, or guess whose? Emma's. If I lose to Emma one more time, I swear, it's the fix is in. The fix is in. I know it is. Don't try to change my mind, but we're gonna start having some trust issues here with the AllEars team.
Whenever you're at this point, you're at bankruptcy point, it's about to happen, you must go to the closest property to you. I happen to be in Liberty Square, so who owns Liberty Square? Here we go. I usually get really nervous before we do these challenges, but I just had so much fun in Magic Kingdom today. So if I had to lose, at least it was a spectacular loss. Here we are at the Haunted Mansion. I'm about to click the button. I wish I could watch their faces.
Cassie's out. Cassie's out. Dustin bankrupted Cassie.
Dang it.
Dustin has Fantasyland.
And Dustin just sent me a message that said it's a race to the finish. I could go all night, Emma. Dustin, I could go all night too.
Holy cow, now it's on. The game is afoot because Cassie just went out on me at the Haunted Mansion. Dude, this is great. All right, here we go. We're gonna pay just a little bit of rent over here at Aladdin just to see what we can get. I don't mind losing a little bit of money right now for here because she still has not put anything on there, so it's only 20 bucks. So let's knock this out. Now we can go back and use those Fantasyland cards, and now it is a race to the finish.
This is wild. This is so wild.
I'm sweating.
Whose perfect day will it be?
Emma's.
All right, just paid rent. He gave me Country Bear Jamboree, which now Emma owns because Quincy went out. Not going there, obviously, but we can go to Pooh and stay away from Pirates. So now we still only have 2 cards to work with here, so it's still gonna be a little tough. Let's see what happens here.
While I'm here, I guess I'll give Dustin a pity $5 since I'm walked all this way. And now technically I'm supposed to pay him for his train, which I won't be doing.
All right, here we are. Winnie the Pooh, folks. Let's go ahead and knock these buttons off real quick. We've been holding on to them for a while, stressing out about them. So let's hit one of them. Whew. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Just kidding. I may or may not be in a little bit of trouble because it's the Tiki Room, and that's Emma. We've got one more card here. The Mini Adventures of Pooh. Let's hit it.
This is the face of a man buying a hotel on Winnie the Pooh. And I don't care because I'm not gonna play Winnie the Pooh unless I have to go bankrupt. And I refuse to go bankrupt. And he doesn't even know I'm here. So I'm gonna keep on walking. While that man builds hotels, I think I am going to maybe go to Big Thunder so that way I can keep Swiss Family in my back pocket.
All right, I'm here. I own this now. This is mine. This is my place here. Peter Pan, right? And let's hit this button and see what happens. Peter Pan turns into, ooh, it's my Fantasyland train station. So still alive again. Just barely making it, but I'm still alive. Let's head back there and check this off.
I have one decent card before I have to start paying Dustin, and I could lose money fast because I have 2 cards that'll end the game for me right now. And if I pull another task card after this, because I'm still gonna go to Big Thunder, then there's not really a lot of options.
All right, walking up the Fantasyland station, which is mine, my beautiful, beautiful train station. I'm just saying, everybody, I mean, take a look. Isn't it just gorgeous? Like, I'm just saying, I think if I win, I'm gonna just give all of my workers a raise. All of them. All the maintenance people, all my engineers, all of them. They're all getting a nice, beautiful raise for keeping this place so clean.
Hey, update for you guys, my friends. we're here at Big Thunder, but also I just used my get out of jail card unbeknownst to me. I was supposed to go to jail. So thank goodness for that. That would have been wasted time. Now I'm I'm actually very scared because it's time to pull my Big Thunder card, and if I pull a task card, then that means I just have to pay Dustin rent. And I don't want to do that. So let's do it together. I didn't pull a task card, but I did pull the Haunted Mansion, which will bankrupt me right now. So not doing that, guess we're heading to the train.
Back to a nice, beautiful railroad. It's been a long walk, but it's been a nice night. I mean, we got a beautiful sunset going on over there. Look at that. You just gotta love it. Just gotta love it. Sky looks so beautiful. All these great fall decorations. It is just my favorite time of year. Here we are at my railroad. Let's go ahead and hit this button and see if we die tonight. All right. Uh-oh. There it is. The sign of death. All right. Country Bear, 3 pirates, and a tiki room. I gotta go pay Emma some money.
Things are looking down. Incredibly down. I have 2 Haunted Mansions, and if I go to Haunted Mansion, I have to pay both. I'm done. Game's out. If I go to Winnie the Pooh, I'm pretty much done. Game's out. I can't make any more money unless he pays me rent. And at this point, I think that he would bankrupt, maybe. I actually don't know. If he goes to like People Mover, he definitely won't bankrupt. So no way for me to make money. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go pay him $200 for a railroad.
All right, guys, we made the trek over to Frontierland, and here she is. Good old Country Bear Jamboree. All right, we're gonna hit this button and see what happens here. Where is Country Bear? All right. Ooh. Now. Oh, Country Bear Jamboree. Let's go ahead and hit it again here. Ooh, Frontierland Railroad. Let's go ahead and knock that one out. Let's go. Let's go.
Hello. Okay, so I'm here. I'm gonna refresh just in case. Nothing has happened. Yeah, I don't see any good refreshes. So here we go. Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And just like that, I lost. My next thing is Haunted Mansion. So there I go. It was a fight that I did not give up for until the last breath. You can say that I went down fighting, and I know that I did.
Guys, it's finally happened. It's finally happened. Emma crashed and burned. She went bankrupt. I am the winner. I get to plan a perfect day for me and whoever wants to come along. It's gonna be the DFB DTH perfect day. Guys, get excited because this is gonna be so much fun. Get super excited because, ooh, you've never had a day in the parks like a day with me. It is going to be a blast.
All right, well, that's it, I guess. We've all been bankrupt.
That honestly hurt me more.
Yeah, it was really hard.
First.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I wonder who won.
I don't know,
tell?
and I won't say.
Can anyone tell who
I
won?
won't say out
A
loud.
loss for me, a win for DFB, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. All right, well, trades were made. Friendships were lost.
No, they weren't.
That's not true.
We all love each
We
other.
love each other.
Yeah.
But that means that we are going to get to do Dustin's perfect day.
Yes.
Oh no.
Eventually.
Yes.
It's gonna happen eventually. We get an edition coming. So
Yeah.
once the edition's here, settled in, I will definitely
Well,
need
perfect day.
a perfect
Perfect
day.
day.
Well, that's gonna be a perfect day. But
Another
another perfect
perfect
day
day.
at the parks will
So
happen.
that will be coming in the future. Keep an eye on the channel for that. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go check out Breaking the Rules in Disney World.
We'll see you there.
See ya.